Good morning.
What's up?
Welcome to Take Offense.
Yes, welcome.
Hey, it's going to be interesting because we both have hayride voices, and Cody's going to fight with his phone for a minute.
I am, because this shit's going to piss me off.
It's doing wacky shit again. Remember, don't take offense, take a stand, and if you do take offense,
That's your conscience tapping you on the shoulder.
roger that. It was a beautiful night last night. It was way hot. And tonight is going to be hotter. I don't think it's supposed to rain.
It went down to 20% chance.
It's not supposed to rain technically until Wednesday. So, what the hell, Cody?
It's still not...
Rotate your device.
You can't turn your phone while live. That's new.
So what we've been doing is doing Take Offense on Cody's phone and on the computer. I don't know that we can do it both on the computer.
No.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure. You can give it a shot.
Oh well. Well, we're gonna
You're
try.
you're on Wi-Fi?
Yeah, we're gonna try some technical stuff. Do you think Chrome or?
Yeah, Chrome.
All right, let's try Chrome. I don't usually know. I try not to use Chrome except on Ubuntu.
Really?
Yeah, when you're on Ubuntu, the Chrome works well for playing Netflix, but I try to use Firefox for everything else. All right, let's see what we got. Facebook.com. Boom. Yeah, I'll log us in. Bang.
This is amazing video for you guys right now.
Oh yeah, it's just me doing technical stuff. This is like, this is amazing.
That sexy thinking face.
The producer says sexy thinking face is the bomb. All right.
Go over to the arrow.
Go to my arrow. I'm going to the arrow.
Yep. You gotta scroll down now.
I have to scroll down.
Maybe not.
No, I think it's over here.
Maybe hit.
No, I think we did something incorrect. Exit without saving. Exit. Start a live video.
There we go.
It's different. Allow.
No, you can't do it because it's already in use.
Please connect a camera. Camera permission. Oh. Well.
Because it's already in use.
Yeah, we can't do it. We have to do it with Cody's phone.
Okay.
Alright.
So we're going to try this again.
We are.
If I can go to the right damn app, that'd be awesome.
And not Fairy's thing.
Oh no, the app is where I was having problems.
Oh. Actually, we try my phone. See if my phone will do it. Yes, we have no bananas. We have no bananas today. Okay. So what do I do? A post?
Yeah, click post
Okay.
and go live.
I'm going to rotate it and I'm going to go live.
It's
And
not letting us do it.
Nope, my phone tells me to pack sand too. It is Facebook. It must be an upgrade.
Great, that's a shitty upgrade, Facebook.
Well,
Alright, so I guess we're going to have to post it that we're on YouTube.
yeah, we'll post we're on YouTube and we'll just be on YouTube.
Can you send the link, please? Thank you.
As soon as I have my computer to work.
This
Alright.
morning is a morning of. Oh wow! Yeah, hold that up. There you go. Now you can see my my credit card.
No.
Oh!
I did not mean to do that. I'm sorry.
Just go ahead and live from your Facebook anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna live from the Facebook anyway. That way we'll have at least the audio running. You'll have audio, and we can just sort of. We just won't care if we're in the picture on Facebook.
Okay.
That way. Can you turn your phone upside down, or will we be upside down? Oh my God.
Oh, that's a good question. Nope, Facebook won't go upside down. Only certain apps will.
Only certain apps.
Hi. All right, so go ahead. Tell us what you know while I'm doing this.
Sure.
Tell us about Book of Mormon.
Oh yeah, saw Book of Mormon. What are you doing?
Taking a sip of my coffee.
No, it won't. It won't go.
I'm getting ready to.
Okay. Well, we might as well wait till we get that going. Then we at least have it on both things. Go live. Just call technical difficulties.
Right.
Oh my goodness. We'll get things going. This is called real life, folks. Real life, you gotta adapt. Don't worry about that crap. Stuff pops up. You know, it's like traffic, anything else. Getting excited about it's not gonna help.
That won't do it. All right.
Oh. Okay.
We're kind of in it.
We're in it. We're in the pudding.
Yeah. If you want to see a better shot of this, go to YouTube.
Welcome to Take Offense.
Yes.
Go to our YouTube channel. Works way better. You can still comment on Facebook. That way we can have the producer tell us what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
The producer now doesn't have to get up and move around because she has a coffee monkey for today. And that works out real well. What I found is with my kids, we have dish monkeys. I have two kids, and weekly we alternate who's dish monkey. And let me rotate you a bit. There you go.
Hey, look at
Now
that.
you're in there. So we alternate dish monkey, and that works out really well. Dish monkey's main focus is get their homework done, and then empty the sink.
We did that as a rotation for a while, and then realized Jake is really bad at doing dishes.
Well,
He still is.
you gotta just keep plugging away, and you need a severe enough consequence when the dishes are slimy or they're just not done well.
Having creepy crawlers in our kitchen, you would think that would be enough for anybody to do a fantastic job in the kitchen, but no.
It's still hard, actually.
So, yep. Anyway, Book of Mormon. Welcome to Take Offense. We're glad you're here. Speaking of offended, yeah, Book of Mormon was awesome. But I gotta tell you, the craziest thing, and my wife and I both came up with this conclusion. If you watch the Book of Mormon and you actually know something about the Mormon faith, it's not the Mormons that really should be offended. Because Book of Mormon, you know, yeah, it kind of pokes fun and it messes with them a little bit, but no more than anybody else or any other religion. If you're Ugandan, you should be pissed. Because obviously Ugandans are fucking morons. And savages. And
According to the musical.
according to the musical, they bag on Ugandans hard. Because it's all about this one kid who's one of their missionaries, their elders. And he goes to Uganda with his buddy who's a rock star Mormon elder. And the rock star elder, you know, gets like out of the picture for a minute, and the other guy comes in and just starts making shit up. He obviously has never studied. He admits he's never read the Book of Mormon. He can't get through it, and so he starts making crap up, and the Ugandans buy it, and it is hilarious.
No.
No,
Hold on. That's not necessarily ripping on the Ugandans, just the Ugandans. That's ripping on the Mormons as well. Because if you think about it, that's how they got their faith.
yeah, somebody. Yeah, well done. They, yeah, some dude just said, this is the deal.
Yep.
And they cover that. They go, you know, none of the stuff that supposedly actually happened is provable. You all have to take it on faith. So
Yep.
they say, well, I guess it's a God thing.
Yeah.
But
Joseph Smith.
as far as
Yeah.
I'll tell you, as far as a musical and just entertaining, oh my God, it's awesome.
Now,
It was a great show.
my friend Tommy took his wife to see it when it was here last time.
Yeah.
She's Mormon, and absolutely loved it.
Oh yeah, dude, the Mormons. If you want an example of getting your faith bagged on and freaking taking it on the chin and coming back in a really beautiful way, if you open the playbill, the program, the last page is sponsored by the Mormons.
Wow.
The Church of Latter-day Saints said, and it says literally, we have a slightly different take on this. If you'd like more information, please go to the Church of Latter-day Saints.
That's cool.
And look this up. Yeah, they're hilarious.
Well done.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't get excited. They didn't try to sue anybody. They just went, give it a shot. You might like. I actually tried to read the Book of Mormon, and my wife wouldn't let me, because our friends were Latter-day Saints, and it was getting to the point where too much stuff was like, no, you did not have a stainless steel sword in 5000 BC.
Didn't?
No. In fact, they didn't have steel in 5000 BC. Oh, okay. They've found one knife made of stainless steel.
I take that back. I don't know. He was there. He can tell you.
I was there, yeah. In my day. But they actually found a knife made of stainless steel in some pharaoh's tomb, and there's a story that goes with it. They had some
Time travel with that.
a meteor hit the ground, and this guy picked it up and went, this is an amazing metal, and forged it into a knife. It was steel. It had all the nickel, and in fact, it was incredible, really good quality steel. So that's why they have stories from antiquity about magic swords coming from the sky, because literally a meteor would hit the ground, and they'd pick it up and go, man, this is adamantium, essentially, or vibranium. We got nothing like this. And some smart smith, would take it into his forge and heat it up and go, wow, I just can't get this thing hot. Let's try some more heat.
So you just contradicted yourself. So it is possible he had a steel sword 5,000 years ago.
From a meteor.
Yeah. Yeah. See, Mormons got your ass, motherfucker.
But they didn't call it steel, dude. They didn't call it steel.
Okay, so, when was Joseph Smith? 1923? It was 1800s, right?
Ish, yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe the translations, man.
The best line in the whole movie was, you have to take it on faith of this, you have to take it on faith of that, you have to take it on faith. And the best one was, you have to take it on faith that in 1978, God changed his mind about black people.
Wow.
Because in the Book of Mormon, God hated a certain group and turned them black. Because Joseph Smith was a racist.
Are you serious?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah. I think the Jehovah's Witnesses did that too. Because now there's like black Jehovah's Witnesses. And there were like...
Wait, I didn't know there were white Jehovah's Witnesses.
What are you talking about?
I've never met a white Jehovah's Witness. Seriously.
Really?
Yeah, the ones that always knocked on my door have been black.
Oh. No, I've met a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses.
Prince was a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah. No, they have white guys.
Wow. No clue.
Yeah.
Anyone who's ever approached me has been black.
They have a totally different thing too. Essentially, when there were dinosaurs, people were here, and they were protected by a bubble that kept the dinosaurs out.
It happened.
Yeah, I had a buddy of mine who he had pet Jehovah's Witnesses. Every week, this is how it worked. Okay, you get to come in and talk to me about or were they Mormons? Pet Mormons. I could be wrong. Ah, shit, I'll have to call Jeremy at some
White
point.
shirts and rode a bike, or
Maybe. Those are Mormons.
those are Mormons.
I don't know though. But he would invite him in, and he said, okay, here's the deal. You have 30 minutes to talk about whatever you want to talk about, and then I have 30 minutes to talk to you about whatever I want to talk about. So he would talk to them about different things, and they would do different things. So he goes, what do you think about Agincourt? You know, do you think that the French would have been better if they had stayed on their horses, or would the mud still have screwed them up? And they were like, what? But the Book of Mormon, outstanding, dude.
The musical.
The musical, the Spooky Mormon Hell Dream, was one of the greatest numbers ever. Oh my God, it was so well done.
That's why I have wisdom. Hooray for dinosaur bubbles. That was Pam. Pam with them.
Gotcha.
Okay, I didn't know. I
Dinosaur.
forgot y'all were on Facebook too.
Yeah. Little of each.
So yeah.
But yeah, Book of Mormon, great play. You know, don't get offended. It's just good, clean fun. Oh, the best part of the Book of Mormon. I don't know if they knew what was going to happen, but
It was Trey Parker, Matt Stone.
Hold on. The theater has season passes. I don't know if you knew this, but you can buy a season pass for the theater, and you get all the plays. So you can go in and just go, I want a season pass, and you just show up for everything there is. We kicked around getting a season pass because this year has Les Miserables, Book of Mormon, a couple of other things.
I so want to go to Les Mis.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we are. My wife insists that the girls go see it.
Good.
But you know, we worked out the math, and it was just like, it doesn't really buy us anything. If we buy 4, they're not going to go see Book of Mormon, but it just didn't work. So anyway, you have season passes. The best part is the 2 rows up from us, the row of old white people in suits. Not because they were offended, but because they are curled up laughing in hysterics at this play. And I'm like, because I expected shit to go down. You know, maybe even them leaving after I mean, holy, dude, you talk, it's Matt Parker or Matt, I don't know, Matt Stone and Trey Parker. Oh my, yeah, man, it's Will Smith. Will Smith wrote the Book of Mormon. He does everything. But
Alt facts.
oh my God, yeah. It was, see, I'm making shit up like Elder Cunningham. You don't know, you just make it up.
Yeah.
What? Do you fucking Google it? Whatever. Shut up.
Yeah, because everything on the internet is real.
Absolutely, everything on the internet is real. I will create my own Wikipedia page. Alt facts. They're real facts. But yeah, they were hysterical. My wife's favorite theater experience is the first time she ever saw Rent, and she looked it up on the internet and read the review and read the playbill online. So she actually had an idea of what was going on.
Oh, Billy Idol.
And
Not Billy Idol. Jesus Christ.
Billy Idol wasn't in Rent, dude.
Yeah.
What were you thinking? Talk about
Billy Joel.
Billy Joel was not in.
He wasn't in it, but he I'm coming out from Rent, or I'm moving up.
Are you talking about a song?
Yeah, he wrote songs, and I'm telling you right now,
Okay.
Wait,
Billy Joel wrote songs in Rent.
Is that Billy Joel, the singer of Green Day?
No.
That's Billy Joe.
Billy Joe.
Billy.
Okay. I thought you said Joe, not Joel.
And the teenager chimes in with alt facts. So she's at Rent because she actually saw Rent before I did. She brought me to Rent the first time we saw it, and she said the first time she was at Rent, there's a character named Angel, and Angel's an awesome character, and she's putzing around doing whatever. She's a transvestite, so during the break, the little old ladies are reading the playbill, and one little old lady turns to another little old lady and goes, Angel's a man! And the other little old lady goes, what are you talking about? And they show each other and they're like, oh my god! And
Nope.
you-
I tell you what, the best one of those, just Google images, John Barrowman, La Cage aux Folles. That's all you need to do. La Cage aux Folles, for those of you who don't know what that production was, it's The Birdcage.
in French.
Yeah. And it is The Birdcage, like the movie with Robin Williams and Nathan Lane.
Except the guy actually takes drugs, not
Second
Pyrin tablets.
The second one.
La Cage.
La Cage aux Folles.
Oh, wow.
F-O-I-L-L-E-S.
Like a fowl.
No, it's spelled differently.
It's spelled,
L-A-
well, it's fucking
L-A-H.
French, dude. La
Or
Cage,
L-A or
La
Cage.
Cage, La Cage aux Folles.
L-A space cage.
La Cage, La Cage.
Anyways.
I
Public
actually,
school, man.
I actually saw the movie La Cage aux Folles, which was awesome. That was a good
So, Barrowman, John Barrowman, for those who don't know him, played Captain Jack Harkness on Doctor Who. He is currently Malcolm Merlin in the Arrowverse.
yes.
You know, Arrow and... Yes. That's not even, here, let me see your phone. That's not even the one I'm looking for.
Oh my god. That's him?
That's him.
Oh my god.
La Cage aux Folles is about two gay guys who run a drag club. And the son, one of them has a tryst with a straight girl and has a son. So these two gay guys raise this little boy in a drag club. But the son is like real straight arrow.
Yeah.
And when he's in college, he meets this girl. So he's going to bring the girl and the parents over. And they live above a drag club.
And one of the parents is like a senator.
Is the queen, is the main act of the drag club.
No. One of her parents.
Oh, one of her parents.
Her
is,
dad is like a senator.
Yes, he is a politician.
And a very right-wing senator.
In the Birdcage, he is the, because I don't know,
Yeah.
I read La Cage aux Folles because it was all in French. But in the Birdcage, he's like the chair, the co-chair of the moral sensibility, whatever, and his partner gets caught banging an underage black hooker and dies in her bed and gets caught. Obviously,
Yeah.
but
I don't know how well you can see that.
you can't.
Okay, look it up. John Barrowman,
Alright.
La Cage. He actually makes a pretty good-looking woman.
This.
He's a brick house, dude. That's
He is.
Let me see what other
that's a
pictures
hard
you've
looking woman, man. You better have a lot.
Holy crap.
And Barrowman can sing his ass off, too.
No,
Yes.
really.
Oh, yeah, dude, it's a musical.
Well, they fake those things all the time.
On stage?
Auto tune.
This was before Autotune.
No, that wasn't.
Well, no, they've had Autotune forever. They just didn't use it as much.
I
No, John Barrowman can sing.
My
Dude, did you not see the musical? Flash Supergirl musical?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Wow.
him and
But I also saw the Buffy musical where they make Sarah Michelle Gellar actually sound reasonably good, and she admits freely, "Dude, I can't carry a tune in a bucket."
No. Everybody sang in that one. Because in the Flash Supergirl,
They were gangsters.
well, no, but in that musical, in the Flash and the Arrowverse musical,
Yes.
you got to think you have Grant Gustin,
Yep.
the girl who plays Supergirl, and then the guy who played Mxyzptlk, were all from Glee.
That's funny.
And then John Barrowman
I didn't
and
know Supergirl was from Glee.
yeah, she was
I
on Glee.
never watched Glee.
And then you have John Barrowman, who was known for doing musicals, and Joe is known for doing musicals too. That's where he got his start.
Dude, he's black. Of course he can sing.
And them together though. Well, no, it was him. It was Barrowman, Joe, and Victor Garber together was amazing. And I didn't know Victor Garber could sing,
Oh.
but Victor Garber plays Dr. Firestorm, the old guy that's Firestorm. Gray, yeah.
I don't remember Gray's.
I always forget his name.
Yeah.
I just know Victor Garber. He's a great actor. They were lucky to get him for it.
I just want to know how they're going to get rid of his daughter.
Explain to me how Yaya knows who Clark Kent is.
Who Clark Kent is?
Are you serious? Superman's been around since the 40s?
Well, no one heard.
20s. Sorry.
She didn't even know who Captain America was at first.
Still.
When Captain America throws his mighty shield, all those must...
Everyone knows who Clark Kent is, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think she
Back
did.
in the day when Superman came out, you didn't have to be a superhero fan to see
Dude,
that movie.
there was a TV show. I'm talking to the teenager. There was a TV show back in black and white days. Superman, super popular. George Reeves was Superman, and they actually talked about for a while the Superman curse, because George Reeves had real bad depression and ended up killing himself, and then Christopher Reeves,
Any relation?
no, broke his neck, and then they were like, that's why there was a good stretch of time nobody freaking wanted to play Superman.
He's a C4 level too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
He was C4. He and my best friend had the same exact.
but he also had a burst fracture of his atlas.
Oh,
Where a burst fracture is where your atlas is a donut, and a burst fracture means it comes apart, and your skull goes down a little bit, and they have to pick that back up and repair it.
What's cool is Christopher Reeve's son.
But yeah, that's your 3, 4, 5. Your nerves from your 3, 4, and 5 actually innervate your diaphragm. So that's why those people don't do well in the long run, is because their lungs don't get the right energy.
Christopher Reeve's kid works at ESPN now.
Really?
Yeah, and I didn't know. And I mean, I've heard the guy talk on ESPN radio a bunch, and then he was on with Ryan Russillo one day, and he's like, Ryan's like, so yeah, I mean, I just found this out myself. So Christopher Reeves is your dad? He goes, yeah, and he talked about his dad a bunch, you know, and he's like, you know, it was crazy, and he was amazing, and it was wild growing up with your dad being freaking Superman, you know.
Yeah.
But
that used to be the thing, though. You know, Superman can't walk. When he broke it, he came off a horse. He had
That was a dark day.
an equestrian accident. Yeah.
But no, there wasn't that big of a gap after he was Superman. Because you had, when was the last Superman movie Chris Reeves did? Phone, son.
Huh?
Give me your phone.
Google?
Give me your phone.
90.
There's Google.
Well, sit at the table. You gotta pay attention.
Yes.
I got scared for a second. I was like, whoa, what just happened?
Okay. So.
We're looking up when Christopher Reeve's Superman was. 78.
The first one was 78.
85.
Okay. So
So-
the last one was in 85.
So 85 to 2000 something? 2006?
Nope. 8 years before there was another Superman.
What are you talking about?
Lois and Clark.
No, I'm talking about movies.
Oh. Well, you were saying nobody wanted to play Superman. You didn't say movies.
Oh. You're right, I didn't.
Because it was
And you're
93
right, there was
when Lois and Clark came out.
Yeah.
With Dean Cain, who played Superman, who now plays Supergirl's dad.
That's kind of like the
I like how
Flash
they
thing.
Go away. They've done well with that. You know, Dean Cain playing her dad, which is pretty cool.
Ooh,
I love.
tunnel stuff.
Oh yeah, I love the fact that.
It's
Yeah. Oh yeah.
the nose isn't so bad, but the
What's
ears.
his name? Brandon Routh, who was the first one to do a Superman movie after Chris Reeves. Ended up,
Adam.
becoming the Atom, and then meeting Superman on the show.
Which is it.
He says something like, "Man, that guy's suit's cool," or something like that. You know.
He's all burly, but yeah, he was never a right Superman. The only effect they had on Superman Returns that was awesome was they were shooting at him with a machine gun, and they show a bullet hit his eyeball and flatten out.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. I'd blink.
Brandon Routh, he's good with a bit of comedy to him and a bit of awkwardness.
Oh yeah, he's a great comedic.
Awkward comic, awkward, character. Because I love him in Zack and Miri Make a Porno.
Didn't watch it.
Oh my God, really?
Really? Never
You're
did.
taking that home with you?
You have it?
Yeah, oh yeah. It's a Kevin Smith movie.
Oh shit.
It's not a Jay and Silent Bob movie though, but it's a Kevin Smith movie. No, but he was like, yeah, I'm not gonna give it away for you. Then.
Dude, he's hot. I'd watch a porno with him.
No, he's not in the porno.
God damn it.
But when you see his role, him and Justin Long's roles.
Justin Long.
You know Justin Long.
No, I'm saying that is like
He's but you know who Justin Long is, right? From Accepted, the main guy in Accepted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's a great character actor, by the way. And Zack and Miri really shows how good of a character actor he is. Holy shit. One of the best roles in the movie. But
Dude,
yeah.
Accepted has a ton of people who have just been amazing.
Yeah.
They really have.
Jonah Hill, yeah, Jonah Hill was still huge, literally, in that.
Superbad.
Yeah.
He was also in Superbad.
Rory, the girl who plays Rory, who her real name is Rory, the redhead. She's on that show, Those Who Can't, which is a hilarious freaking show about teachers.
Did we talk about last week about there's somebody at the hayride who gets their soul sucked out, and we were laughing our asses off because she's a redhead?
Oh, Amanda Winterham. Yeah, she gets her soul sucked out, and that's pretty.
Amanda gets her soul sucked out.
She is.
She is. She's a light ginger. She's a light ginger. So
she counts.
She
You
was
see Dad.
in between. We don't know if the carpet matches the drapes.
Jesus Christ.
You
can't do that, man. I've known the girl since she was 8 years old.
But she's over 18 now, so.
Still.
Oh, dude, if go spend some time in the tunnel.
You're the one that wanted to hook her up with Josh.
Ah,
That's different.
yeah.
I can't think about her that way.
She and Blake.
But had you hooked her up with Josh, you would have totally known if the carpets matched the drapes.
No, I wouldn't have.
Yes, you would.
Josh isn't that guy.
Yes,
Yes, he is. Josh would have spilled the beans in a heartbeat. He would have totally blabbed.
See, that's like I was watching.
He would have caved in a heartbeat.
I was watching the show Californication with David Duchovny on Netflix.
Uh-huh.
And I was probably 2 episodes into it, and I'm like, this show's kind of weird, but I'll give it a shot. But it's Duchovny, and Duchovny's a sex addict in real life.
And he's hilarious.
Which is why they made all those jokes on the X-Files about porn and stuff like that, because he really is a sex addict.
And he doesn't even have to try, and he's funny.
Yeah, but
he can just say lines, and he says serious shit, and I laugh. He's just hysterical.
This chick he was hooked up with that he wasn't supposed to was like somebody's daughter, and she's just riding the shit out of him, butt ass naked, and I'm like, she looks really familiar to me. Who is this chick? I know her from something. So I go to IMDb and look her up. It was the youngest daughter from The Nanny. I went, I'm done watching this show. I can't do it. I can't fucking, no. No. No.
That reminds me of the first.
I couldn't
it was the second Lethal Weapon, the second Lethal Weapon movie, and the guy goes, "My daughter got a commercial," and he tells all his friends.
Oh yeah!
It turns out to be a condom commercial.
Yes.
And her boyfriend goes, she goes, "I looked fat," and her boyfriend goes, "I thought you looked amazing," and he's like, "Get out now, boy! I have a gun." and they're walking to the car, and he goes, "Oh Jesus! I told everybody. You know how cops are. There's gonna be condoms in everything."
And there was.
But yeah, seeing somebody you've known forever, and all of a sudden they're hot, it's like, oh, that's a problem. That's. I have a cousin. We're not going there. She is 20 years younger than me. Probably my favorite cousin.
Puts her in her 60s.
And she's awesome, and we've hung out, and I've every time we were at the back in New Orleans, she's just the sweetest thing ever, and she was in college, I think, and we were having lunch, and South Park had come out. And I don't know what happened, but somehow somebody said, Kitty's being a dildo.
Yeah.
And Lauren goes, well, I know a certain kitty who's sleeping with mommy tonight. And I was like, stop that. Stop that right now. Go get your Barbie. And no. Yeah, no. You're not even supposed to know what that means. Nikki, I'm 20. Shut up! No, you're not.
You're not allowed to be. It's like when my youngest sister got pregnant. I'm like, you're having sex? I mean, she was in her 20s.
The sex.
The sex.
Oh my god. Dude, I made my wife do the sex talk. I was out. Wasn't gonna happen.
I'll let YouTube do it.
Done. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't have a
Learn
choice.
about sex the old-fashioned way from your friends. I was very disappointed. I found my dad's stack of magazines. Yeah. It was, it's not that way. That's not how it works.
No.
And if you try to learn how to have sex watching porn, take yoga first.
You're going to be severely disappointed.
You're going to be severely disabled. Those people are professionals. And, yeah, no. That's not the way it works.
Nope.
It's a basket hanging from a swing and spins and... Well, hi.
You have the greatest laugh, by the way.
Especially when it gets high-pitched.
Yeah.
No, not going to do it.
It's like that, yeah. You almost did it!
Nope, not going to do it. Not going to do it.
Do it today.
Yeah.
He's going to do it.
I'll do it today. I'll do it at some point. Oh my god. Yeah, we still have freaking Hayride Brain.
Yeah.
But I actually found the secret. You go home, you get a little snack, you watch kickboxing for like an hour, half an hour to an hour, decompress, and then just go to bed.
I watched Popstar last night. Oh god, you haven't seen Popstar?
I don't have time for this.
Popstar is the Lonely Island movie. You know Lonely Island? I'm on a boat. I just had sex. The rap group from the guys from Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they made a movie called Popstar. Never Stop, Never Stopping.
You told me that.
Yes.
Okay. I've heard Never Stop, Never Stop.
Fucking hilarious. It's like these three dudes that grew up together, started a group called the Style Boys, and then Connor, the lead singer of the group, decided to branch out and do his own thing. And it really fucked a bunch of things up. And Connor is Andy Samberg, and he became Connor for real. And oh god, it is so fucking funny. The finest girl in the world, or the finest girl is what it's called. A song he does. No. It's
baby.
She told me she wanted me to fuck her like they fucked Bin Laden. Fuck Bin Laden. It's so good, so good. He has a song about gay rights, but throughout the entire song he's like, not gay. Sports, chicken wings, but he's talking about, you have the right to love another man, sports. Shit like that. It's fucking
dude,
great.
Let's talk about the Orville for a second. Talking about gay.
Oh my gosh, they're not gay.
The Mocklins?
They're Mocklins.
They're kind of gay.
They only have one gender.
But they don't.
Oh no, but they don't.
But they don't.
But they do.
But they don't. They have women, but they all want to be men. So everybody goes and becomes a man. So here's my problem with the Moclans and the fact that you have an entire planet of gay people. They're flying into this planet, and this planet sucks. It's war.
There's absolutely no decorating done at all.
There's no decorating. They're in a throw pillow on that entire goddamn planet, and that's wrong. It's a gay planet, and there's no... It's all war and aggression and whatever. You got a bunch of gay dudes banging. No.
I don't know. They're kind of like gay Klingons.
They're super gay Klingons, but they should have throw pillows and fine decor. And there's no fine decor. It's very nasty. I mean, a real...
Maybe this is what happens when you let an entire planet of gays happen, though.
You ever been in a gay's house?
Yes.
Yeah. Your logic is faulty.
No,
it's beautiful because
okay, yes.
Here's the thing about gay guys. They have money and really amazing taste in decor.
Not all of them.
I'm sure not all of them. However, the vast majority. Now, yeah, I mean, it's like a planet of gay. It's like a Dahmer planet. You know, they're all angry and want to kill and eat each other. But that's a problem. But this is a planet of gay people. It should be all tidy.
They aren't people. They're Moclans.
Well, Moclans aren't doing that shit right. They got to talk to some gay humans and work that shit out. Because it's all wrong.
Well, their captain's one. Sorry. Seth MacFarlane gets ripped on all the time. They get constantly being called gay. Because he does, musicals and stuff like that. So it's been his whole career.
I'll tell you what,
he's always one I couldn't figure out which way he swung.
Yeah, I was kind of irritated at first. I was watching the Orville and I was watching different things, and I was kind of annoyed with Seth MacFarlane until I realized something very important in like episode 2. He's the straight man.
He's the setup guy.
He's not funny. His jokes aren't funny.
Yeah, they are.
But he's the straight guy.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. He's the straight guy. He's the straight. But yeah, no, he's a hoot.
Yeah, he's the setup guy. But I mean, he does have some good ones that he throws out there.
He's had a couple of good ones. I love that his ex-wife and first officer smokes weed.
Yes,
that's hysterical. So then you gave me a hit of this munitions grade weed, and I didn't know where the fuck I was.
And then the tiniest chick in the entire ship is like strong as fuck.
Oh yeah.
His favorite thing, Laura, open this jar of pickles for me.
Yeah.
Anytime he needs her to open some locked door, open this jar of pickles for me.
And then there's one where he's trying to open this door and he can't, and he says that, and she kicks the door, and all of the framework around the door breaks, and the door opens up with all the brickwork being loose around the edges. And he goes, I loosened it for you?
Yeah, yep. Yep. No, it's got a real good cast. Those who don't know, Bacchus's mate.
Yes or no?
What is the other one?
An old fashioned.
I'll take the old fashioned. Bacchus's mate
is actually reminds me of somebody.
Yeah, it's Tyrese from Walking Dead.
Do you just want the rest of this one?
I'm good. Okay, I'm gonna kill this one too.
Not gonna eat it.
I'll probably eat that one after.
You know how he normally eats one donut? Hayride season, he mouths them. He ate like 3 last week. Yeah. He's crushed them.
But no, it's Tyrese from Walking Dead is his mate.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. And then shit. Oh, the last episode this last week, it was directed by Jonathan Frakes.
I didn't see it.
For those of you who don't know who Jonathan Frakes is, that was Commander Riker on Star Trek The Next Generation, which I think is awesome.
Who can't sit in a chair properly. You haven't seen the one where it's Riker can't sit in a chair?
Oh, yeah.
And he...
Hey, teenager.
Yeah.
Put the lid back on the sugar.
I thought I did.
I'm looking at it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god, life's so hard. I gotta put it on the sugar.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I went to a dance last night instead of the hayride, so I'm hurting more than you are.
No, actually. My mind
Shut up!
is messing with
Nobody told you you could talk.
me.
Anyways. Let me kick his ass live on Facebook.
I gotta log in my donut.
Actually, no. I'm gonna have her. I'm gonna have our little friend TT come in here and kick his ass because that seems to be what happens.
By the way,
I'm just trying to
best doctor visit ever for my wife. My wife knows I hate medical. I don't hate medical doctors, but I disagree a lot with them, and so we're going to this appointment, and she goes, I really want you to come with me, but I don't want you to argue with the doctor. I'm like, all right, fine, as long as he doesn't say stupid shit. She goes, no, I don't want you to argue with the doctor. I'm like, fine, I'll just sit there and be supportive. So we walk in, and as we're standing there, or we're walking down the hall, this doctor walks past, and I'm like, Paul? And he goes, hey Nick, what are you doing here? I'm like, oh, my wife has an appointment with you. And he goes, oh great. And we sit down and proceed to have, in my opinion, the greatest visit ever. And he's sitting there, and he goes through the cursory stuff. Well, let's see your history, and, you know, let's look at this, let's look at that. Okay, so first and foremost, you know, you're on blood pressure medication. You really shouldn't be, because, you know, you're fat. All you have to do is lose the weight, and you won't be on blood pressure medication anymore. So let's discuss the weight. Dude, I almost peed on myself. I was laughing so hard. And so I now have the Lose It app, and so I have to log everything. Well, we both have this Lose It app, and she's angry because I'm 6'2" and a man, so I get like 3,000 calories a day. She's 5'10" and a woman, so she gets 2,000 calories. So when we went to see the Book of Mormon, she gets, I don't know, a small chicken sandwich and a chili and a small Dr. Pepper. And I got the Baconator and a medium fry and a Frosty because I had a shit ton of calories left over. I actually don't eat a ton of calories. I don't think I eat 3,000 calories unless, well, I'm just, you know, munching, watching TV. And I think that's the big thing. What I've noticed is when you have to log it, you pay way more attention. And so it was, and then he's like, yeah, you need to walk every day, 30 minutes every day, walk, no excuses, 30 minutes every day, walk. Mm-hmm. She's so pissed off.
That's mostly what I did to lose my 100 pounds.
Dude, just walk every day, 30 minutes. When I was in, honest to God, the best shape of my life, there's little bits of shit on my computer. When I was in the best shape of my life, I went to California. And it helps that if you're fat in California, you have to go to Nevada to eat. They don't let you eat until you lose the weight. But I was alone in California. Like, I literally knew no one in Sacramento.
Well, you were in Sacramento, so you didn't really have to worry too much about it.
Well,
they let themselves go in Sacramento.
Not so much. But I was kind of depressed because, you know, I didn't know anybody. And about 7 o'clock every night, that turns into 10 o'clock on the East Coast. And it was kind of like you're cut off. Because you don't want to call somebody after 10 o'clock. So, you know, after 7 o'clock, you think something. Hey, I'll call. No, I won't. Because it's after 10 o'clock. And I didn't know you. I would call you after 10 o'clock. But, so I started, you know, getting a little depressed. And so I'd throw on my shoes and I'd go for a 3-mile walk every night. And I did Aikido and I worked out in the gym, which wasn't new, but the walking just melted the weight off me. And I wasn't terribly out of shape at this point. You know, I was in pretty good shape. I had a little, you know, spare tire. But, man, I got back and everybody was like, holy cow, you must have worked out really hard. And it's like, I walked every night, 3 miles. Yeah. In fact, on Sundays, I tried to eat relatively okay, And then Sundays were my cheat day. And Sundays consisted of...
He ate Subway the rest of the week, but on Sundays he was allowed McDonald's.
No. I would go to the gym and do like 20 minutes on the stair stepper because there were no ellipticals. And then I would go pick up a giant pizza and a gallon of ice cream. And there was a Blockbuster down the street. I would grab three or four tapes, a giant pizza, and a gallon of ice cream, and I would sit in my apartment and eat that crap all day. I was also in my 20s. That helped. But yeah, no, it was. She was so mad by the end of that appointment because we were on the same page. It was like I shoved my hand up this dude's ass, and I was like, "So let's talk about the weight." And she was just pissed. It was wonderful. And so now we're on a diet. She's fat, so we're on a diet. And yeah, it's awesome. It doesn't hurt that I'm in the hayride, so I run around all night.
Yeah, you'll lose weight out there real quick.
He's doing Stairmaster every night. Up and down the stairs, the old-fashioned way.
My stage is on top of a Connex box.
Those are the boxes that sit on the trucks that
18-wheelers,
drive
yeah.
around, and they stack them up on the ships.
So I have to climb up the stairs to the top of one of these. Every wagon.
And those wagons were cranking last night, so it's not like walk
3
up
to
and
4
down.
minutes in between wagons.
Dude, there were times where because our timer
Yours is at 3 minutes.
2 and change.
Yeah.
2 and 2.5, and it was literally the doors would open, the wagon would leave, and we looked, and there's a wagon coming around Cody's zone. And
There was a couple wagons that had to stop in my zone because the doors weren't open yet.
oh,
Yeah.
they could not get a wagon started
Well, that happens too.
in the tunnel. It was awesome. Because I'm talking to this girl. I'm like, how you doing? Can I have your soul? and she's like, no, we'll be leaving now. And I'm like, and the wagon's not started yet. It's just sitting there. They open the doors, and I'm like, guess not. Guess you're staying with us for a while. But yeah, so that
happens.
That happened a couple times. They couldn't get the wagon started.
It does happen.
Then they broke the doors.
No, the door was broken beforehand. And Shizzo was out there trying to fix it. The doors were broken beforehand. There was only one bolt. We knew about it before the show started. We just couldn't get Shizzo back there to fix it yet.
That's why Jack had a pocket full of nuts.
Yep.
Huh.
He did. He had a pocket full of nuts.
Yeah.
Shizzo's our fix everything guy.
What are all the smiley faces?
Those are people smiling at our podcast.
That's
Oh.
your producer.
Oh,
The more emotions that show during Facebook, the higher up in the feeds it shows.
oh, nice.
So yeah. Yeah. No. The Shizzo fixes fucking everything. You know our giant knight statue?
Yes.
Okay, Shizzo made that out of a trailer. Yeah.
Wow.
We have, it probably stands 8 or 9 foot. A knight. Suit of armor that was made out of a trailer. He did an awesome job.
He did.
Right now it's a Grim Reaper. We just put a giant sheet on it and we found a giant skull to that's its face. Because it just doesn't fit the theme.
Right.
But no, yeah, we're on our second week of the hayride. It has been going amazingly.
Good reviews.
Really good reviews. Yeah, it's been going really well.
Don't wait till Halloween. Get out there as soon as you can because it's going to be a ball buster.
Josh rode through last night.
Who?
Josh Usack. I would have texted you, but, you know.
I didn't see him.
Yeah, him and Megan rode through a couple times. Yeah, I would have texted you, but you didn't have your phone.
Last night. Oh, I had my phone last night.
Oh, you did? Okay,
But I didn't look
about
at it. That's the thing about it is I actually knew a guy who was on the hayride last night, and I pulled out my phone after I saw him, and I was like, oh, there he is. And then I yelled his girlfriend's name. But I didn't. His girlfriend's name was Yvonne, and I screamed Evelyn. So hopefully she thought I was talking to somebody else and that he didn't have some side chick named Evelyn. Yeah, so, oops.
I got to do my favorite one last night. My favorite insult. Because when it comes to people being assholes on the wagon,
And they are.
I become an insult comic. That's what I do. So my favorite one ever to do is, and we seem to get it quite often, who's angry? We put angry faces.
Because of the whole Evelyn.
Oh.
Just stay over there and keep talking.
Kids,
I got over here.
kids is like, are you my dad? And I go, I don't know, what's your mom's name? And everyone loses it, including the monitor.
My favorite is when the kids go, are you my dad? I go, that's what your mom said.
Nate gave me a good one last night, but I'd probably get fired for it. Be like, I don't know, ask your mom. I can only recognize her from behind. That would probably get me fired, though. Yeah.
Well, the one I was thinking of was, ask your mom. But she's a lying horse, so I wouldn't believe her.
The other one that I love doing, and it's, I don't even remember where I stole it from. It's been so long. But, I jump up there and, I get crap for being a fat guy. First off, I get, oh, he can't even get up here. Boom, in your face.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't have to. I'm 6'2".
Yeah.
I just lean over the rail.
But then I get, I'll get up there and I had this one kid, he's like, oh, he fat? Look how fat he is. And so I leaned in and his parents are sitting right there. And I saw them. And I'm leaning in at their kid and I see the look on their face like, what's he going to do to my kid? My kid's talking shit. What's he going to do to my kid? And I said, I can lose weight. You can't do anything about being ugly. And his dad goes, that was phenomenal.
That's an old joke.
It is.
That actually is attributed to the Prime Minister of England, Churchill.
Churchill.
Yeah. Churchill was it was drunk. You are drunk. Yes, madame, and you are ugly. But I shall be sober in the morning.
How, as a parent,
Yes, producer.
could you ride on something like that with your child and allow your child to be so hateful?
I think I don't know. I don't know what he had done beforehand.
So the question-
that might have been the first time he said something to an actor like that.
The question
And I immediately was in his face, so they didn't have time to stop him.
from the producer was, how can you ride on a hayride with your child and allow your child to be that big of a douchebag without correcting your child immediately? And so,
I mean, I have 3 boys. The middle one is one of the biggest doucheheads in the world.
yes.
But the minute he would open his mouth about something like that, I would either be slapping him in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Upside the head. Boom! Yes. Parenting, you got to figure. You have fine dining, Applebee's, and fast food. Parenting works the same way. You have good parenting, meh parenting, and bad parenting. And it's a nice big bell curve. In the middle, there's the majority of the people. Up front, you have rock stars. And in the back, you have absentee parents.
Do you know where our sign is? Okay. So I think it's about time to take a break.
Under the black thing on the top.
Under the
Oh,
You
you
can
see
the
that?
broken plastic.
broken plastic.
Right there.
Oh, I see it.
Chill,
Yeah.
chill.
So, we're going to take a break. That's not going to work either.
No, that's not going to happen. It has to be closer. It has to be like that. It has to be here. Wow, I'm bad at this. I'm really bad at this. It has to be like that. Okay, take offense will be back shortly, right?
That was holding that up.
That's all. Never mind. All right.
All right, so those of you on Facebook
are going to see the light.
Yeah, we'll be back in a little bit.
See the light.
Go
Go into the light,
ahead and
Carol
comment
Ann.
that on the Facebook. That we'll be right back.
We'll be right back. Go
You
into
can-
the light, Carol Ann. We shall return.
Stop that. Louis cursed.
Okay.
And that's why I want to watch them all.
That's
Yeah,
what
it's cursed.
it is cursed. What is that?
Oh my goodness.
Those of you who can hear in the background, yes, we're beat up. We are going to make old people noises for the next month.
Yep.
Oh. Do not take these right after the hair.
I would prefer you not take them period.
Don't take those after the hair because they're still blood thinners. And if you get bruises or anything, they will cause more bruising. But don't take much like that.
Why did you even buy aspirin, babe?
I don't remember.
You probably saw one of those dumbass commercials about take an aspirin and protect your heart,
No,
which is
no,
a
no, I
complete
bought 'em.
fucking lie.
They were like, Big Lots was going at was closing over here, and they were like $1 for this bottle.
That's
That's
like
not
that.
why you got 'em.
That's like South Park where he goes, these little butterfly stickers, they were on sale, 10 for $1. I couldn't help but get them.
Dad. Dad.
I can't take
What?
You got them because
Well-
you had a toothache or a headache.
No, not the aspirin.
Really? 'Cause I was
Really?
with you when you got them.
Huh?
I was with you when you got them.
No, you weren't. Oh, you were in the car.
Yeah.
water's way too warm.
Hi. All right.
Of course, I invited all these people and they started to join, and then we took a break.
We'll re-invite them. We're back. All right. Now my hair is all kind of fucked up. Whatever. Hi. We're back. Public service announcement.
Don't be a dick.
There you go. So yeah, we'll kind of start this one on a down note because
Yeah, we got to come back with a little bit of a bummer.
fucking Tom Petty.
I'm petty.
I mean,
It was crazy too because it was. Oh, I can't do this. It's too close. Tom Petty goes to the hospital. Tom Petty's dead. No, Tom Petty's not dead. Yep, Tom Petty's dead. He's really not, but he is. They kept going back and forth.
but when he got to the hospital, he had no brain activity, so
They just.
He was found unconscious.
yeah. So that one hit pretty hard.
Oh.
And apparently his daughter is pissed and is going after all of the initial media outlets
Oh yeah.
that announced him dead before he was
CNN being one of them that announced him dead early.
Fake news.
and Rolling Stone.
Pound sign fake news.
I think it was Rolling Stone that she actually, there was like a quoted comment that she actually said, I will fucking shit down their throats.
So, Tom Petty's daughter is not pleased because the news outlets didn't wait for the family to release the actual word that he
Yeah.
had passed. They just started going, "Yep, he's dead."
Yep.
And it's like, wait. It's like a scene from Monty Python. I'm not dead yet.
yeah. And then the other one, Friday,
Yeah.
was Ralphie May.
Death by cheeseburger.
Well,
He had lost a bunch of weight
Mhm.
and then got divorced and gained a ton of weight.
but he had pneumonia for like 6 weeks.
Oh yeah.
And
Well,
then-
that's because he's huge and
Yeah.
it's just no good.
And then died of cardiac arrest.
Toured on top of it. So
Yeah, he was also
had
on tour,
really
yeah.
good press that he needed, and he won like a really big award that he
So-
had been hoping to win the night before.
Yeah, we had friends who saw him in Vegas not that long before he passed. And they were like, in fact, I heard like a couple of days before he died, dude, Ralphie May is not going to be with us for very long. He looks horrible. And like 2 days later, he was dead, and it was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's-
My favorite of his is always the black people in the movie theater. Don't go into Ocean. What you doing in the Ocean?
Oh, chin. Never catch me scuba diving.
Cuba dive.
Crazy ass white people could put your air in your tank and go under the water.
Cuba diving.
No, man, never catch me scuba diving. Now I'll go snorkeling. If you see a shark, you're like, hey, player, this is your world. I'm out. Yeah. That was a great routine.
Yep.
That almost killed my wife.
But yeah, so rest in peace, Tom Petty and Ralphie May.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know,
That's
2017 is not as bad as 2016 was, but
Yeah, 2016 was like every week people dropping hard.
yeah.
Woo! But, man, 66 is not old for Tom Petty. And I don't think
And
he
Ralphie May was only 45.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Yeah.
he was 45, but his organs were like, 150.
Yep.
That's a lot of pressure to put on your organs. That dude didn't move. He just
He didn't need advice like
death
Yep.
by Doritos.
Gabriel did.
Yeah, he didn't listen like Gabriel Iglesias did.
Yep. Gabriel.
That's one of the best bits. And he did it when Josh and I saw Gabriel live because he was talking about the diabetes and everything, and the doctor told him, "Look, you got 2 years if you don't change." And he said, his buddy Martine, who he talks about all the time in his stand-up.
Martine!
Orale!
Orale!
So he said, Martine was keeping him in check. That's the kind of friend he is. He said, they go up, they got these, continental breakfast buffets and stuff at the hotels they stay at, and
which is all carb.
Oh yeah. So he said
All
I'd
carb.
get up and I'd go reach for a muffin, and Martine would call me out in front of everybody. He'd turn around and be like, "Hey, Fluffy, you gonna put that in your body? Have some respect." And he said, so, you know, one night they're in the hotel, or he's in the hotel, and Martine comes busting through the door with some random chick. He goes, "Martine, you gonna put that in your body? Have some respect."
Oh my God.
Well, yeah, no, oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, Gabriel, he did what, DDP yoga, and I guess Diamond Dallas Page helped him out a lot.
I want to start with that.
Yeah, I want to jump back. That was fun doing that. That was pretty good. I got the videos and stuff for that. That was.
I got to plug.
And the kids were even doing it with us. They really enjoyed it.
And the Diamond Dallas Page, what you don't factor in is if you have a dog, you actually burn extra calories trying to keep the dog from licking you when you start sweating. Because the dog gets up on you and starts licking you. Sweat.
Oh, you build a sweat too doing it. I mean, even the early stuff before you get into the really hard stuff. I mean, it's.
Oh, dude, the first disc is called, getting into it.
Yeah.
And then you pull out the second disc and you're like, yeah, I'm doing all right. And like the next disc is, oh, I'm getting my ass kicked.
Yep.
I think I'm just gonna lay here on the floor for a minute and catch up.
Yeah. But no, it's really good. It's a really good program. It really is. If you go look at it, I think his name is Anthony. Look at Anthony's story on there.
The little cripple guy.
Well, yeah, he was on crutches. They told me never walk right again.
I don't think his name's Anthony. I mean,
yeah, look that up. But he was a paratrooper, so his knees were fucked. And he got, and because he couldn't walk right, he gained a crap ton of weight. And I was walking around on crutches. They told me never walk right again. And he started doing DDP yoga and started filming himself doing it. And watching his progression was amazing. The things he was able to do. And Dallas Page was watching these videos. He sent him a compilation video. And he said, I'm sitting there watching the video and I'm watching him progress and lose the weight and be able to do all these things, and he's still, walking around in his crutches, He said then at one point there's a camera just sitting there in a field and you see a blip off in the field. And he said then, the guy starts jogging towards the camera.
Arthur.
He said, and then he gets closer to the camera, he starts sprinting. I'm like, oh my God, that's Arthur. And yeah, so he sprinted past the camera and just kept running.
Yeah.
And yes, and now the dude's an instructor.
In fact, on the disc, he starts getting like hardcore, and DDP's like, all right, we're gonna start in the basics. Back off.
Yeah.
Slow down.
He lost like 2 whole people. I mean,
not a big guy either.
No.
So at a 300 pounds, if you're like 5'6" and slender build, 300 pounds is not a good place to be.
I was 350, close to it.
Yeah.
And I'm only 5'6". But I'm not ever going to be slender build. Just the way I'm built. It's not going to happen. My legs are huge. And not fat.
Yeah, you're what we term an apple. There's apples and pear builds.
Yeah.
And
all my fat's right here.
Yeah. Which is where
Right here.
what you need to keep working, because the apple build is actually, unfortunately, the least healthy. The pear build is at least a healthier way to distribute fat. So, yeah.
I just thought my legs were so big because they have to carry all this around.
Well, that's true. That's absolutely right. In fact, most fat people have very, very strong legs. And as they lose weight, the first thing that, you see is their legs. And it's like, oh, nice. Good legs. It's not a great, leg program. Squats are better than, just being fat.
Well, no, I mean, I do push a lot. I mean, I'm pushing shit on the abductor, the hip abductor. I'm doing 230.
Yeah, but that don't look at press, leg press. Don't look at abductor, adductor.
Well, that's all the inside. I mean, that's the.
It's inside and outside, and you know.
Well, the press, I'm pushing well over 4, close to 5.
That's better.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Working
But I
out.
don't max out.
Yeah, I'm not a huge weightlifting person. I have a different kind of workout mentality. I put grown men on my chest and have them try to choke me to death, and that's more of a
Isn't that how
motivation.
David Carradine died?
Billy Carradine?
David Carradine.
David Carradine choking.
No, that was a woman that choked him. But anyways, it is. He was in the autoerotic asphyxiation. That's how he died.
By being a gasper. He was gasping, and she didn't let go.
No, she was using a belt. Yeah, from what I understand. Yeah.
Holy crap!
Yeah, one of those. Yeah.
No. That's a tough part about or being asphyxiated erotically. You can't say your safe word. Blueberries. You can't get the blueberry. You can't get the berry part of it. So she thinks blue, and.
Hi, your sister.
Hi, sister.
But yeah, you got to be able to get the safe word out, or have throw up the hook'em horns, and that's
Blueberry.
That's the back off.
I guess this isn't enough.
Blue.
No.
Yeah.
She said, hey.
I saw. Yeah. This just took a weird turn.
Yeah, it did. We had something else. We had Book of Mormon, 2 celebrities.
The Orville.
The Orville. We talked about the Orville. Yeah, it's
Guys want to talk about Vegas?
no. Really don't want to talk about Vegas because I don't think there's enough information about Vegas yet. I think there's a lot of bullshit going on.
There's a lot of holes.
There's a lot of fuckery about Vegas, and I'm not sure that. I mean, we have a friend that I was okay. You don't want to talk about Vegas. I was talking to a Marine, and this is a guy who spent time in Afghanistan and Iraq, and he's very familiar with automatic weapons, and he said that the things they found didn't make sense. He said it didn't until they release. Okay, we found these slugs and they are XYZ size. He said he's watched all the videos, and from a technical point of view, the fire sounded wrong. It didn't sound like a 223 in rapid fire. He said it sounded way more like AK-47s going off. And I am not a combat veteran. I do not play one on TV. I shoot a lot of guns, but I don't shoot ARs. I don't shoot AK-47s. I shoot handguns. I shoot hunting rifles. So the people I was talking to over at Bushido, these are combat veterans. They know what they're talking about, and I honestly, I do not have a professional opinion about that. I have avoided it as much as possible. There's just a shit ton of fuckery. They were talking about how there's something going through Congress now where they're trying to make suppressors easier to get a hold of for common people. And right about that time, this happens. So, weird timing. Dude walked in and somehow in somehow in a casino, he disabled alarms. He set up security cameras of his own.
Mm-hmm.
He did all this shit. And if you've seen Ocean's 11, if that's even partially true, that you can't do anything in a casino without being seen, then there is fuckery afoot. And I'm waiting to see if it just, oddly enough, goes away, or if more facts will come out. But either way, it's a shame. And whoever did this, whoever is responsible, fuck you.
Yep.
Fuck you right in the ear, because you're a douchebag.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's
that's all I've got to say about that.
Well, if you look at the last, I saw a meme talking about the last 8 or 10 mass shootings in America. I guess all the shooters were on psychotropic drugs.
Yeah, antidepressants.
So we're calling for gun control, but not prescription control.
Dude, if you look at the number of people killed by rifles last year, it was 5,000 people, and that's a shame.
Mm-hmm.
If you talk about people dying from obesity, and I think there's this thing, well, I don't think there's this thing called, there is this thing called iatrogenic death, and it means your doctor kills you, and it's about 150,000 a year. I think we need to regulate MDs more, and pharmaceuticals. Regulate pharmaceuticals. Not just the psychotropics, but all of them across the board.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem with that is, who has all the money? The pharmaceutical companies. The oil people own the pharmaceuticals, who own the networks.
Yep.
Last
So
year,
you're going to have all the
pharmaceutical
lobbyists
companies
just dump it in.
We're responsible for $308 million lobbying in DC. That's
Which
just
company?
lobbying. Pharmaceutical.
Pharmaceutical companies. The producer says the pharmaceutical companies dumped $300+ million into DC for lobbying. Fuck them. Lobbying in general should be illegal.
It is. Yeah,
I mean,
agree.
it really should be. If you take lobbying dollars, you should just be removed. If you are caught giving money to government people, you should be not just fined, but something should happen. Somebody said that there is a suburb outside of DC, the most expensive houses, the most beautiful stuff, the biggest, richest area right outside of DC. It's where all the lobbyists live.
Yeah.
Those guys are, and that's the thing. There's we have a gubernatorial thing coming up in Virginia, and it's Ed Gillespie and the other dude. And
the other dude.
And Ed Gillespie is the Republican, and he puts out this ad that says, "This guy voted for sanctuary cities. We need to get rid of him." Well, my wife, who's pretty intuitive, goes, "Really? That's the most dirt you can dig up on this guy." So I looked at the bio on the Democrats page. Military veteran, MD, served in the hospital corps for the military. I mean, this guy is amazing. I mean, he's a smart guy, veteran. You know what Gillespie used to do? Gillespie started a lobbying company, a bipartisan lobbying company. So he gives money to everybody across the board. So
whoever he thinks can get what he needs.
If you're a company and you want a law passed, you give him $10 million. He gives $5 million to the politicians, passes your law, and the only people who lose are the American public.
Yep.
Lobbyists are fuckers.
Yep.
Nonsense. Not a word.
My sister says, "Thank you. So true. Doctors are looking for money, not paying attention to safety, because health insurance doesn't pay as much anymore."
Yeah, and that's why I love the doctor my wife went to. I joke around and say, yeah, he said she's fat, and start talking about the weight. Good. His first thing was, you know what? Before we even worry about any of this bullshit, get healthy, lower your stress. Holy shit. Lose weight, lower your stress. Get healthy. Eat good stuff. Eat at home more. Pack in nutrient-dense food. Amazing stuff. Amazing idea. Drop weight. Walk. Eat nutrient-dense food. Cool. Most and he did throw out this thing. Well, we could put you on Wellbutrin. That'll make you feel better, and you'll probably lose weight. Yeah, no. Because there's something called the Physician's Desk Reference. PDR. You can Google Physician's Desk Reference. You'll pull up, it's online, and you can type in whatever drug they want to give you, and it'll give you the list. I'm not like on PCP, there was a bug. There was no bug. Yeah, there was a bug. But you can put in the Physician's Desk Reference, and you can get all the side effects. They're fucking terrifying. Just watch commercials and listen to the side effects. I remember being in Atlanta, and the first time we ever saw one of those, and they're cranking out the side effects. One of the side effects was 1 in 10 people taking this drug died. And I looked at my wife. It's not my wife, but it'll do for now. It's a prop. I looked at my wife and said, this is before DVR, so we couldn't rewind. I was like, did you hear that? And she goes, did they say 1 out of 10 people died? And I said, that's what they said. Never saw that commercial again.
Yeah, Shelby, side effects are worse than the original issues quite often.
Often.
What I love is
Jeff Foxworthy does an awesome.
Yeah.
Hell, Chris Rock did one about you got itchy eyes, and now you got all these other problems. But yeah,
it's like if you're having problems with diarrhea, and they start listing the side effects, and one of them may cause diarrhea.
Well, the thing about drugs is this, and this is just how it works. When your body makes a drug, and it does, it makes all kinds of chemistry.
Yep.
It goes about 6 inches, and then it dissolves. When you take a pill, it goes into your stomach and circulates through your entire body. When your body makes a chemical, there's a lot of stuff that it makes that's the exact same thing, and it'll make it in your head, it'll make it in your lungs and heart, and it'll make it down in your gut. Well, it's the exact same chemical, but it affects all 3 things in completely different ways. So if you take a certain drug and it's like, I don't know, like a Wellbutrin that affects, reuptake or whatever, well, in your lungs it may do something completely different that you don't want. You only want a little bit down there. You want a whole bunch up here, but just a tiny bit here. And you don't want any in your gut. But your gut will also react to whatever that is. And those are called side effects. Well, they're not side effects. They're effects. You don't want to circulate a drug through your body because you can't target receptors that are all made to do the exact same thing with the exact same compound. Or many different things with the exact same compound.
Basically, your body knows where to attack.
Or where
it just attacks that spot. I'm having that right now. That's why I'm talking goofy. I got an abscessed tooth. And I woke up the other morning with a tennis ball on the side of my face.
Yeah.
That was my body attacking it. It swelled up around it, and it's attacking that infection.
Yep.
Its swelling's gone down a whole lot. But it's attacking that infection.
Now you got to get that tooth, yanked.
Yep. Once it's done.
But yeah, there's a lot of people talk about medical science like they're right, and they've figured some stuff out. I'm not going to ever say that, but there's a lot of shit that they do that's like that makes absolutely no sense. The other thing is when your medical doctor says stuff like, "Don't take vitamins." Just, eat better. You know how many nutrition classes an MD gets in medical school? None. I at least had to have 2. But every MD, the way they gain their nutrition knowledge is through drug reps. they get a pamphlet that says, yeah, put them on this drug and suggest this diet. That's a terrible idea.
And how many people are prescribed medications simply because that pharmaceutical rep was in the doctor's office earlier?
Absolutely.
That
Pharmaceutical
do you
reps.
think for any
well,
substantial purposes that doctor has
yeah,
a vested interest in that medication?
absolutely, and they actually get bonuses.
They get kickbacks.
This is true. Medical doctors get bonuses depending on how much of a certain drug they prescribe in their office. You know, a lot of people find vaccinations very, very controversial.
Yeah.
If we just go to the pharmaceutical companies, who, by the way, there's a law that says that if you are injured by a vaccine, you cannot sue the pharmaceutical company. They had a law passed that says you can't sue the pharmaceutical company. Yet there is a organization in the government which will give you compensation, and they have already turned loose $4 billion in compensation for people who have been injured by vaccinations. If you tell your MD, yeah, I got this vaccination and just a flu shot, and it made me really sick, they go, nah, it didn't. Pretty sure it did. I got this flu shot and I swelled up and got really sick. Nah, it's just a normal reaction. Your body's just doing something. Dude, no, that's not how it works. But to go back to that, there are schedules that if you vaccinate so many people within a period of time, it's like an MLM, multi-level marketing. You get higher and higher levels. You become a double diamond vaccinator. Yay! And you get a shit ton of money. Dude, take money out of the equation.
Yeah.
Yeah, MDs, you should walk in, pay
Don't
your
they have to take an oath? Isn't there an oath to help people?
Hippocratic oath. Absolutely. Do no harm. And
it's more like a hypocritical oath.
Oh, the producer just called it the hypocritical oath. Damn. Yeah, the funny part is Hippocrates, there were, when he was in Greece at the time and he was doing all his stuff, he's called the father of modern medicine. If you look at Hippocrates, his whole thing was get your lifestyle in order. Get yourself healthy from the inside out. There was a group of people who were herbologists who were essentially medical doctors. They were drug pushers, even back in his day. And he had a war with them. And now they've just taken his name. In fact, Hippocrates used to do this cool trick where he would spread mud on people's backs and watch it dry. And if it dried unevenly at a certain point in their back, he would put them on the ground and adjust their spine. It was called a manipulation back then. But he's actually like the father of chiropractic, not medicine. That's nonsense. All right, we got a big, long comment. Give me a second.
Doctor I work for is the opposite of the norm. He doesn't look at kickbacks at all. He only does flu vaccine for patients that are allergic with the egg protein found in flu vaccines.
If I'm not mistaken, Shelby works for an allergy and asthma specialist.
Yeah.
He only does flu shots for patients that are allergic to egg protein. Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. Okay.
Well,
Fair
with the
enough.
flu vaccine, if you're allergic to eggs,
If you're allergic to eggs with a
you
flu
can't get the
vaccine,
flu vaccine.
you can't get the flu vaccine.
Because
Great.
the flu vaccine is compromised of, well, eggs or something.
Dude, if you want to see a absolute shit show, actually pull out the information that comes in the flu vaccine.
Yes.
I read it, and see,
The-
I got into a debate on Facebook the other night.
The craziest thing about the flu vaccine literature is it says right in the literature, this has not been tested for safety or effectiveness.
And then it also says in the vaccine pamphlet that the pharmacies get, but not what they give to you, that it can cause Guillain-Barré.
Yep.
And that is the reason that Cody and I and our children have not and will never get a flu vaccine.
I know a lot of medical practitioners who will not get the flu vaccine. In fact, I was in the hospital, Rarity, when my mother-in-law got a knee replacement. Her knee was just trashed. She had fallen in the ice many times in Michigan because it's, dude, if you've ever seen Game of Thrones, when they go north of the wall, yeah, that's what Michigan looks like all year round. It's horrible. There's polar bears, there's White Walkers. It's just, you got to really be careful in Michigan. You know, you've got to just stay on your toes. I tell my kids all the time, you know, we spend a very short time in Michigan, you know, because after Christmas the polar bears start coming out, and we got to get out of there quick. But she got her knee replacement, and I was walking through the hospital, and I saw this doctor, and he's an older doctor, and he's got a mask on. And I said, "What's with the mask, Doc?" And he goes, "Oh, I don't get flu shots, so they make me wear a mask." And I'm like, "Good for you." And he goes, "Yeah." And he just walked away.
Some hospital corporations, they will fire you for not getting a flu shot.
Yep, they will. Some will fire you for not getting a flu shot. They used to have in the military. They used to say, you have to do this or you have to do that. And my wife's uncle got around that early on. He had a corpsman that he was good friends with, and he goes, "Hey, put in my medical record, I'm allergic to vaccines." And the guy goes, "All right." So he puts it in there. And once it's in your medical record, it's in your medical record.
Yeah.
And he had the doctor sign off on it and all that stuff. And so they were like, "Okay, we're going to give you," and they love to experiment on military people.
Mm-hmm.
They love to pump all kinds of stuff, and not just new stuff. They'll grab, like, they'll find crates of stuff from the 70s and go, "Hey, this stuff's about to expire. Let's pump it into our people."
Or it's already expired.
Or it's already expired, and they'll just pump it into people. This apparently happened at Desert Storm. A shit ton of people got stuff from the 70s in them. And they called it like Desert Storm or Desert whatever.
Agent Orange.
What is it?
Agent Orange.
No, Agent Orange was a defoliant in
Yeah.
Vietnam. That's what killed my dad. Yeah, and that's not even up for debate. The VA acknowledges that.
Wow.
But they, you know, they walked up to him and said, "All right, it's time for this round of vaccinations." And he goes, "I'm allergic." And they were like, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah, check my medical records." And they were like, "Oh, all right, you're allergic." You know, and like everybody in his group got horribly sick and were out for, you know, almost a month. And he was like, "I guess I'll take care of you guys." And so they reported this, and nobody put it in anybody's record that they all got sick from this stuff. They just went, "It happens." God damn, really? Holy shit. If you found a bunch of rifles from the 70s that were defective, well, let's use them anyway.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Yeah, it kills 1 in 4. You know, one in 4 of these rifles will just blow up and kill our dude. But, you know, because they've got it labeled under medical science, it's somehow, you know, they wear their white coats and they've got their religion of medicine. Do not argue with the priests of the religion. That's what the Egyptians did. The Egyptians had priesthood, and they talked about, you know, these evil spirits on the wind that you would catch, and they would have to use their special herbs to drive out the demons and heal you. Dude, it's the same shit. They just make it in laboratories now.
Yep.
The fuck?
Until Digital Fortress happens. You haven't read Digital Fortress, have you? Dan Brown book.
Dan Brown, Digital Fortress.
Yep.
All right.
Dan Brown's the guy who did Angels and Demons
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Da Vinci
Da
Code.
Vinci Code.
This one's about nanotechnology.
That's where the zombies are coming from. Nope, that's not even a joke. Nanotechnology gets inside you, takes over your nervous system, and replicates itself, passes itself on through bites. That's a fucking zombie. It's not magic, it's not voodoo, it's not undead. You're fucking dying.
I'm pinning that.
It's called practicing medicine because they really don't know what they're doing.
Well, there's an art to everything. In chiropractic, we call it practicing chiropractic because we call it practicing not perfect, because there is an application. You gain experience. You begin to recognize stuff over and over and over. There are people that absolutely know what they're doing. I used to go to a guy, his name's Warwath, and he was like 20 years in the ER, and then he opened a little doc in the box just because he was tired of the pressure. Dude's fantastic. His essentially thing is, oh, it's not killing you? You'll be fine. But if you need stitches or stuff like that, he'll pop in, and he's really good at it. He sewed my leg up. I was under an above ground pool, and I turned and ripped my leg open and went and saw Werwath, and he had to put 12 stitches in a fairly small area, and it was a train wreck, but he was awesome. And he goes, yeah, this is called a mattress stitch. And I looked at him, and he goes, well, you don't think we invented these stitches? These all come from, seamstresses. That's where we learned to throw stitches. It's amazing. Smart guy. Love him. I will go to see him before I'll go see anybody.
Cool. I don't go see doctors.
It's dangerous to go see doctors.
I just wish they would all stop lumping us in the same category. Excellent example. The young man that lives across the hall. He's very special needs. He was born blind, retarded, and seizure disorders.
Yeah.
He's
Find the common denominator rather than just...
He's immunocompromised.
Yeah.
He's been battling pneumonia for about a year now. And, with most medical practices or, medical thoughts, I guess.
Okay.
Or medical
the producer's
standards.
talking to us, so
They can hear
listening her.
Yeah, they can hear me.
Shelby answered her earlier.
Oh, okay.
They figure the average body temperature is 98.7.
Yeah.
So, in medical society, they feel like you do not have a temperature or not running a fever if you are under 98.7.
Right.
There are people such as Jason across the hall.
Yeah.
Their average body temperature is only 92. That's a complete norm for him. So once he starts reaching 95, 96, this child has a fever.
Right.
But
do you know where 98.7 came from?
I have no clue.
That is the average body temperature for an 18-year-old German. Because in World War II, the Germans documented everything. So a lot of the current knowledge we have comes from their record keeping and this guy named Mengele, who did a bunch of research that nobody's allowed to do. But because he was doing it on what he considered an inferior species, he would do things that we wouldn't do to animals on Jews. And it's a horrible, horrible thing that he did to people, but a massive amount of knowledge came out of it. The whole idea of the dermatome, where certain areas of skin are innervated by specific levels in the spine. That's all Mengele. They were suspected to be other people. They were suspected that these things existed, but he actually would go in and he would find a nerve root in the neck and just sever it and go, all right, what's numb? And then run pinwheels down their arms and, oh, it's numb here? Oh, okay, well that must be connected with there. But let me make sure until you cut that nerve root on 10 more people and go, yep, it's the same one on everybody. And he would just go through and butcher people. Horrible, horrible stuff, but massive amount of knowledge. They need a way more sophisticated way to test that's way less invasive to be able to build their knowledge. This guy would just go in and cut.
Yeah.
He didn't care.
My thing is too, okay, we work with an average, but you have to understand that not everybody's going to fit into that average.
They're called variations.
Right.
Yeah, and there's huge variations in the
I
human.
experienced that myself because my normal body temperature is usually 96. So by the time I'm at 97, 98, 98.7, I feel like ass.
Yeah.
A low grade temperature is 97.5, not 98.7.
Yeah.
And
That's when you need to start drinking alcohol and wrapping up in a blanket and kill that stuff off.
And I just wish that they would not lump us all together and treat
at this point in time, medicine is practiced
treat
with
the individual, not the.
Yeah. Well, at this point in time, medicine is practiced with a flow chart.
Yeah.
It's like the military. They, if you're not part of that flow chart, sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Jason, they almost wouldn't give him an antibiotic because he didn't have a temperature higher than 98.7.
Yeah.
And his mother had to refer him, his PCP, who was supposed to be his for lack of a better word, one that knows everything about this child.
Yeah, well, that's another thing about antibiotics is the Journal of Pediatric Medicine just released this thing last year or the year before, and it says if your child has an ear infection, don't take antibiotics. It's not going to help, and it's just it'll go away on its own, and the antibiotics are just going to hurt the kid.
Yeah.
So, and what I mean by hurt the kid is antibiotic, anti means against, bio is life. So an antibiotic kills everything indiscriminately. It's like napalm. So you're pouring napalm through your intestines and through your body. Well, you have good stuff in your body, and that's why you take probiotics and things that encourage the flora and fauna of your gut to get stronger.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best way to stay healthy. Antibiotics are, oh, I'm about to die. I need to kill this or it will kill me. Don't, like back in the day, if somebody had a fever, you lowered the fever. Why? That's how you kill viruses. In fact, over 102 for a normal person, if your body temperature goes over 102, a virus can no longer replicate. So when it ends its natural lifespan or it gets killed off, there's no more. Bacteria are higher. They're like 103, 104. But when you get a fever, yeah, you know, the kid's miserable. You want the kid to feel better, but you want the kid to kill it off. Getting, you know, when we're running and we're trying to get in shape, if our heart's beating and we're sweating and we're gasping for air, keep going. You're getting in shape. But if your immune system develops, and that's like one of the biggest problems I have is people treat the body, we treat people with kid gloves these days.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, get stronger.
And that's one of the things that me and my mom have always had a constant battle on. If one of these kids gets like the least bit of a symptom, starts sniffling or what have you.
Here, take drugs,
or
feel
no,
better.
Take him to the doctor, take him to the
Oh,
no.
Let him get stronger.
No.
Rub dirt on it.
You know?
Yep.
Dirt.
Yeah, it's like Shelby just said it too. It's she has a hypoglycemia.
Shelby, I'm not ignoring you. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't read anything on Cody's phone.
But she said it's compromising the immune system, and they struggle longer when they get antibiotics all the time, and that's true. I mean, Amanda said it the other day. When I was talking about this right here, she's like, "Well, your immune system kicks ass because it is attacking this infection."
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, it's uncomfortable, but guess what? I had killer freaking pain before the swelling started. I was almost in tears. And then I woke up with that freaking tennis ball, but I had no pain. It was discomfort because I had a ton of swelling right here. Yeah. And it's been uncomfortable the last couple nights out on the hayride because I'm yelling. But I'm not in pain. And that's actually been really, that shows right there. I mean, yeah, it's fine. And the swelling's going down, which means it is killing the infection.
Yeah. People think it's like cruel to not do something for your kid when they have an ear infection. But there's a really great chiropractor. He tells a story about his son. He has an ear infection. He's in pain. And, he's well adjusted. He's eating well. He's doing everything right. And he just let the kid deal with it. And he never got another one. My kids have never had antibiotics, and thank God, only once have they even had sort of an ear infection, and it cleared right up after I adjusted them. But yeah, it gets stronger. My kids don't miss school; they just don't. We encourage them to get stronger.
I
feed them dirt.
When I do get sick, I get really sick. I mean, it kicks my ass. And those are the few times I do take off of work. But, I mean, I let things take its course mostly, I mean...
Curl up in a ball, go to sleep.
I don't usually bitch about it. Most of the time, she doesn't even know when something's wrong with me because I don't bitch about it.
He doesn't bitch at all.
I just let it work its course.
I freaked my wife out. I think we were engaged. And she came over to the house, and I said, I'm sick. I said, I'm going to bed. I said, I'll see you later. And it was I think it was a Friday afternoon, and I went to sleep about 5 o'clock on a Friday afternoon. And she didn't hear from me. And she didn't hear from me. And she eventually came up and was like, "Are you okay?" And I only get up to go to the bathroom. But I slept for like 20 hours. And I got up on Sunday. And I was well. And she goes, "What was that?" And I go, "I don't know. I just go to sleep. I sleep for like 20 hours and I'm well."
Yep.
And I did that before I was a chiropractor. I mean, we went to chiropractic school after we got married. So, you know, I've just always done that. But I took a lot of antibiotics when I was in college because I used to get sinus infections from I guess pollen or whatever, and I destroyed my immune system. I was lactose intolerant. After I stopped taking antibiotics and started working with probiotics, all that went away. My body could suddenly digest milk again.
That's not possible.
I think I just, you know, regrew whatever I needed to.
How did you do that?
Grow in it was magic.
It's amazing.
Fucking voodoo, dude. It's New Orleans shit. All right, what is it? 54. Yeah. It's about that
Yeah, I
time.
think we're about there. And yeah,
I gotta go shopping with the wife. We gotta go get groceries, and he's gotta go watch the Rams.
Actually, I don't think the Rams are on TV today. Here.
Sorry about that.
Astros are though.
Oh, there we go.
Astros are 2-0 on the Red Sox right now in the first round of the playoffs. ALDS. Go Stros.
Oh, right.
Yeah, go Rams, Shelby. That's right. Rams are gonna beat the Seahawks today. And be 4-1.
Love you, Shelps. Give the boys our love.
Love you, sis, and everybody else watching. We'll see you guys
Astros.
next week. Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, she's down there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
All right. Peace out, y'all.
Later.
Love you.